For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a changing criterion design graph using Microsoft Excel for Mac. Down here is your final product, which is what you should see upon completion of your changing criterion design graph, right here. I'm going to take you through the steps to make your graph look just like this one down here. First thing you'll do is type in these data over here in this format and then resume with the tutorial. I'm going to now zoom out so you can see all the data. And down here, it goes up to row 45, column K. So once you've typed in these data, resume with the tutorial. Okay, the first step's going to be to highlight your data. So what you'll do is you'll go to column B, over to column K, all the way down to row 45. Once you have that all highlighted, you'll then go up to charts, select line if it's not already selected, and then choose marked line. Once you've done that, your graph should appear as this one. Okay, now that you have this graph, I'd like you to pause the tutorial and format it to look just like this one over here, and then resume with the tutorial. Okay, now that you have your graph formatted, be sure that it looks just like this one over here. So make sure that you do have a number -1 on the y-axis, and make sure that's covered also. Once you've done that, the next step is going to be to format the data points. So you'll click on the first data series, right click, go to Format Data Series. You're going to change the line color to black. The marker fill will also be black. Marker line, black. And the marker style, it's going to be the diamond. So make sure the diamond shape is selected and then hit OK. We're going to do the same thing for the next one. So click on the data series, go to Format Data Series. Marker style will again be the diamond. Marker line, black. Marker fill, black. And the line color will also be black. And then select OK. So the next thing you'll do is you'll pause the tutorial and do the same thing to the rest of the data series. Once that's complete, your graph should look like this one right here, and then you can resume with the tutorial. Alright, now that you've formatted every data point, it should look like this one. Our next step is going to be to add the phase change lines. So what you'll do is you'll open up your toolbox. Then you'll go to the object palette. Once that's open, you're going to go down to the line shape right here. And then we're going to drag the first line right up in between the 4 and the 5. So you can hold down your shift key to ensure that it's a straight line, and then left click and drag directly up until it's parallel with the 14 on the vertical axis. Once you've done that, we're going to format this line by right clicking, going to Format Shape. Under line color, you're going to select black. For weights and arrows, you're going to select the dashed line. We're going to change the size of this line also, so we'll go down to a 1-point font size, and then you'll select OK. A shortcut way to add in all your phase change lines would be to make sure that it's highlighted. With it highlighted, you're going to hold Command on your keyboard and press the letter C. This will copy it. Once you've done that, you can then hold down the Command button and press V, and that should paste it. You can do that for the rest of the phase lines. So hold down Command, press C, then Command V. So pause the tutorial now and do that for the rest of the phase change lines. Once you're done, your graph should look like this one down here, and then you can resume with the tutorial. The next thing we're going to do is to add in the labels for each condition. So what you'll want to do first is open up a text box, and you'll do this by going to the very top of your screen. You won't be able to see it on this tutorial, but it's on the Excel toolbar all the way at the top of the screen. Be sure to click out of your graph, go to Insert, and then go down to Text Box. We're going to draw on the first text box right here. We're going to label that one BL for baseline. We're going to change that font size to 14, so you'll highlight that and change that to font size 14. We're also going to format this condition label, so what we'll do is we will right click, go to Format Shape. Under line color, you'll select no line, and fill, you'll select no fill. Now that you have your first condition label in, an easy way that you can just add in the rest would be to copy and paste that. So again, you'll hold down the command button, press C on the keyboard, that'll copy it, then you'll hold down the command button and press V. Now you have this second condition label, and you can simply just type in 10. And where I'm getting this is from up here. So for each corresponding condition label will be each goal that's listed above. So we'll go back down here and we'll do the same thing for the next one. So hold down Command, press C, then Command V. And this one will be 8. Alright, now you can pause the tutorial again and finish up the rest of these condition labels. Once you're done, it should appear as this one below, and then you can resume with the tutorial. Alright, now that you've done that, our next step is going to be to add in the changing criterion lines corresponding to each set goal. So, this is what you'll do. You'll open up your toolbox again. When that's open, you're going to go to the same shape that you went to before, the line. And then we're just going to simply draw a line under each condition label. So for this one it'd be 10, so you'll draw a line right at the 10. This indicates that the goal was met if the data points fall on this goal line. So while holding down Shift, you're going to right click and just draw a line right over the data points that fall on the vertical axis 10. Then we're going to format that shape by right clicking, going to Format Shape, and then under line color you'll select black and then hit OK. And I'll do the next one with you as well. So we'll draw the line. If you want to just copy and paste that, you can do that also. You'll do that by holding down Command C, Command V. And you can put that right at the 8. Command C, Command V. And this one will go right at the 7. Alright, now you can pause the tutorial again and finish up adding the rest of these lines. And then you can resume with the tutorial. Alright, now that you've done that, your graph should look like this one. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that everything is adjusted. So you're going to make sure that the participant identifier is not covering any data. You're going to ensure that each of your condition labels aren't covering any data or covering any of the condition phase lines. You're also going to make sure that the number down here is covered up completely by the shape, and the shape is covering only that and nothing else. Additionally, you're going to make sure that each of your labels are a font size of 14. And you're going to make sure that your axis is a font size of 12. Once you've done all that, your graph is now complete. And that's how you create a changing criterion graph using Microsoft Excel for Mac.